Hey guys, this is Shrimp Boys, and I'm going to show y'all how to make a toothpick gun out of a clothespin. So, the materials you're going to need is clothespin that I've already taken apart, and rubber band, toothpicks, and something that can cut wood very easily. And this right here, you may want to use this if like the cutting thing, the wood cutting thing isn't that strong to wedge out it so it'll break. So the first step is to take apart the clothespin and save all the parts. Okay, you're going to need all the parts. I'll tell you when that you're not going to need them. So you're going to take the cutting utensil, and see, look closely. You have to cut right there. I've started cutting on it, but like whenever you get close enough to the bottom, you don't want to snap it, okay? Because like if you snap it, it might break a little bit right here. And that's going to be very important in the gun. So I've already started cutting it, so I might just use one of these to get it out. Might need to use a smaller one. If this takes too long, I'll skip it. Start using the cutting utensil, since that's not working out. The only time you actually want to snap it is whenever you're absolutely sure that none of it's going to break off. See, almost not ready to snap. You get a good hold on that. Just start cutting like this. Getting hard to go forward on it. See, I'm lucky that I did that. See, I snapped it and that much went forward. If that happens, then you're very lucky. You're lucky that it didn't snap all the way. I want to be careful to where that doesn't happen to me. Shouldn't take that much to where I would have to break it. Yet it might. This knife isn't that, it's not that strong. Like it cuts good, but it's not attached very well. You know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and use a wedge or screw. Usually when I make these things, it's not that hard. It's like some of my friends at school, they've seen me take this. They've seen these, and you can ask them. It works. God, I don't know what's taking so long. Except this knife blade is so flimsy. It's hard to use. There we go. See, whenever y'all get that, you're going to have one piece like this. Yeah, you're not going to need that piece. You need this piece right here. And now you take this piece, and whenever you make the trigger, you're going to put the spring right there, but not yet. Because you need to make a little groove right there. That'll keep it there so it won't slide. So you can go ahead and get like the cutting utensil and make like a little groove in it big enough so that it will hold it. But you don't want to make it too big to where it could break. Make one slit right next to that slit. Then cut sideways. Or use the wedge. Or not. Okay, now look closely. You can see a little dent in it right there. That's good. So now what you're going to do is take the piece of the spring that has the top part. You want to put the top part on top of that. And you want to make the bottom one into that groove right there. Into that groove. Now this might take a little bit of work to make it, but you take this one, the short part that you cut, you take this end and match it up with the same end on the other half, and you want to put a rubber band on that indentation, that dent in it, not too tight. So like to load it, you just pull it forward. Hear it snap. Bring it back. Now it might not work the first time. So. Yep, you see? I need to make a better dent inside of here so where it'll stay. So you might need to cut a couple times. This isn't gonna work on the first try, and if it does, then you're lucky. This is really hard. See, I think that's pretty good right there. So you're going to want to take that back off. Put the trigger back on it. And hopefully this works. You always want to have it deep in there. Okay. Now I can go ahead and put the rubber band back on the top part. Usually it doesn't take me this long to make it because I have a better cutting. Okay, so as you look closely, you slide that piece up, latches on, it brings it, gosh, all the way back, gosh, brings it back to, this one's a little bit stronger than all my other clothespins. The stronger the clothespin typically means the more powerful that the toothpick is going to launch. Now let's see. See, this is what the finished product looks like. Now I'm not sure if this is going to hold off, so I'm going to have to test it. And for y'all, I'm going to test it. So, to how to load it, you take the toothpick in, and you lift up that little hatch, that right there. You want to put the toothpick in, just, I don't know if y'all could see that, but just a little bit above that groove with the spring in it. Now, whenever I pull this trigger, it should shoot. So, I'm going to test it by shooting it towards my fireplace. So, okay, so you see the toothpick? It should shoot when I pull the trigger. And there it goes. Well, didn't work. Well, it worked, but it didn't work. Because, like, the bottom part still came off of the gap. So that tells me that I need to make it a bigger groove. Probably going to cut this scene out because you don't want to see me do it again. I mean, who wants to see me cut this piece of wood the whole video? Okay? So, I'm just going to cut this part of it out. Don't know if this is good. Okay. Let me see. Man, usually it doesn't take this long to make it. But this spring is stronger than all the other ones. So, if I could get it in there like all the other times. So I'm pretty sure this one is the one. Third time's the charm. Okay. Said you don't want to put that in too tight. Want to load it. Oh, it's not that strong anymore. That might be a good sign. Now, whenever you load the toothpick, you don't want it to be over the spring right there. You don't want it to be over it. You want to be like not even a centimeter away from it, like very close but not over it. So let's test this one out, see if it works. Okay, here we go. And it works. As you can see, the spring right there. As you can see, the spring right there didn't come out right here. So all you have to do is shoot it again is just reload it. And there you go. So now if I can only find my toothpick, it's gonna take some time, but that is basically it. See, you can like color with the Sharpie, make it look all awesome and stuff. But that is basically it right there. Basically the toothpick gun. Comment if you have any other like modifications to it. Like if you know anything, any other videos that make a better one, I would like to know about it, and subscribe. That's all I gotta say. That's it for this video. Bye guys.